Tanner, what do you make of this option tire and how could it add value on track? I know you mentioned earlier about that aggressive strategy. Do you think it'll have that same effect like we saw at Richmond?
Yes, I do. And let me first just start off by saying that many critics are just wrong about Phoenix Raceway. And the problem is how NBC and Fox both shoot the facility. And that's coming from somebody that has been to 9 Phoenix races in a row from 2019 through the end of 2023. So I watched a ton of racing there across all 3 series and ARCA. And I can personally tell you that Phoenix Raceway actually has everything that every NASCAR fan actually likes. It has multi-groove racing. It has low downforce and high horsepower comparatively. It has tire wear. It has strategy. It has everything that should make a great racetrack great, and yet people hate it. And I really just don't understand it. Now, that tire wear is going to be dialed up to 11 with that softer tire. And especially with any sand that gets swept on the track, whether it be from Rattlesnake Hill or from a pace car incident, we'll definitely see some enhanced tire wear with that softer tire. It's just a matter of how long it lasts compared to the primary tire. And I'm really, really hoping that we don't have any blowouts. At Richmond, I don't remember the option tire having any sort of failures that were highly publicized. So I'm pretty optimistic that the racing product will not only be enhanced here, but it will be like game breaking. People will finally see the Phoenix track that I've been seeing all these years, and I can just only hope that Fox will shoot it properly. But if last week is any indication of the broadcast that we're about to be tuning into this Sunday, my hopes are still a little short of hopeful.
Yeah, my broadcast hopes are not high. I mean, I don't know if this is really, I don't know if this is a hot take. I have no idea. I'm not a huge fan of these option tires and this little experiment we've been doing. I understand their purpose. I understand like the idea, but like to me, that's not NASCAR racing. Like we were sitting here last week talking about how we didn't even have a green flag pit stop through the first 2 weeks of the season. And then last week we just have like stage flipping pit strategy. So why are we trying to add elements to pit strategy when we don't even let the basic core function of NASCAR pit strategy like play out. And now we're like adding a thing on top of that. So that's I don't know, that's just something that kind of like I guess frustrates me about like NASCAR and their approach to like strategies. It's like we've decided that like even though our basic strategy like our broadcast partners maybe don't do the best and it itself is not the races don't play out in a way that is favorable to the pit strategy and tire strategy that does exist. Our okay, one maybe more than the other broadcast struggles to convey strategy and those things to people. So why are we adding an extra element? I don't know. I'm not a fan of the NASCAR option tire experiments. You know, I guess in a perfect world, maybe we are in that scenario, but the fact that we can't let normal oval strategy play out and tire saving play out, why do we need to do this thing with an extra tire? If we let normal oval strategy things play out, we might not end up in a situation where we're doing this option tire anyway. I am a neutral negative on the option tire. That was quite the monologue for neutral negative, but
I feel I sort of wish we had a point where it was like, okay, if we didn't have the stage caution at certain tracks, especially the drafting tracks at Daytona, Talladega, the strategy that would be so much fun. And then with this option tire, do we really need a stage break? Because 60 laps, okay, everyone's just gonna run hard and then spread out the field, and you have a car that's super dominant. Especially if they do something aggressive, they're just gonna lap a bunch of the cars. I do feel like sometimes they make these decisions to make the racing more exciting. It's like you sort of, in a way, dilute the racing itself because everyone's boxing on a common strategy.